Ji Fateh Ji. Welcome to another session of Coach Gurbani. This is Ravinder Singh joining you from Columbus, and our focus today is going to be the fourth law of the series. So let's get started. And like we've done before, let me just read out the passage, and then we'll go back and make an attempt at some sort of English rendition, and then we'll open up the discussion. So with that said, हर चौथड़ी लाव मन सहज भया हर हर चौथड़ी लाव मन सहज भया हर पाया बलराम जियो गुरमुख मिलया सुभाए हर मन तन मीठा लाया बलराम जियो हर मीठा लाया मेरे प्रभ पाया आनंदिन हर लिवलाई मन चिंदिया फल पाया स्वामी हर नाम वजीवादाई हर प्रभ ठाकुर काज रचाया तन हृदय नाम विगासी जन नानक बोले चौथी लावे हर पाया प्रभ अविनाशी. That is the passage. So let's start from the first line. Har chauthadi lao man sahaj bhaya har paya Balaram jiyo. So in the fourth lao, man sahaj bhaya har paya. In other words, my mind was filled with sahaj when I united with my Hari. So now here, sahaj to me means a state of being spontaneous, a natural arising that happens. And this has happened because the mind has turned to the Guru, and the Guru has shown the way. And then in the next line, Gurmukh Milya Subhai, again, Gurmukh Milya Subhai, this state arose naturally through the Guru. So the Guru is the source for turning the state around. The state arises quite naturally when I become Guru-oriented, or when I internalize the Guru's teaching. And then what happens is Mantana Mithalaya. Then once you have this, achieved this state, then your mind and body feel the awareness and the sweetness. The word here is mitha, sweetness of Hari, the sweetness of that state. In other words, it is a highly agreeable state to be in. And then it goes on to say, and then live lagi. And then live lagi. So live is an orientation. Again, we've talked about the mind becoming guru-oriented. And so in Gurbani, we find that there are two orientations mentioned. One is live, the other is tat. Tat is the outward direction of, where the mind is usually sort of going to. And live is turning inwards, is the inversion, is to be guru-oriented. So think of it that way. So this says that andin live lagi, is that my mind is now in a state of continuous live. That is to say that it is centered and it's no longer agitated as it used to be, because the mind is constantly in a state of agitation of thoughts. And the point here is that my mind is now centered. And then it goes on to say, Man Chindiya Falpaya Swami Har Naam Bajivadai. Man Chindiya Falpaya, I got my heart's desires. Swami Har Naam Bajivadai is through the agency of Harinam, through Naam, Harinam. It's a medium or an agency that I felt an expansion of my consciousness. Vajivadai is a state of expansion. Again, these are synonyms being used. And then Har Prabh Thakur Kaj Rachaya Tana Hirday Naam Rigasi. Har Prabh Thakur Kaj Rachaya. Through Harinam, I achieved the purpose of human life, Har Kaj, because there's only one Kaj to be completed, and that is to cross over what Gurbani calls Bhav Sagar. That is the purpose of human life. So here the emphasis is that Har Prabh Thakur Kaj Rachaya, because of this union that I've had with my Hari, I have achieved the purpose of my life. and my mind, tan hirde naam vigasi. Vigasi is to expand, to bloom. And so here Guruji is saying, my mind is now a bloom. It's flowering. It's a state of flowering. In other words, my mind is now achieving its sort of true state and potential. And the last line is Jan Nanak bole chauthi lame har paya prab avinasi. So here it says that I found my Hari, who is indestructible. Avinasi is one that cannot be conquered or destroyed. So this very quickly is how the fourth law runs. And I know that Gurjeet Singh Virji is on the phone, and he's asked he sent us some slides summarizing the four paudis. So Virji will come to you eventually. So I'll leave the summary of the four paudis to him. But suffice to say, from my perspective, that in each of these paudis, you have the same kind of theme running. And the idea is that this is laying out the path that the mind has to traverse to fulfill itself. And fulfillment comes only when it unites with its core, with its higher self. Call it whatever you can call it, the mool. But the idea is that there is a certain path that the mind has to traverse. And that path is triggered, or that path becomes visible only through the agency of the Guru. Because it takes the Guru to help you recognize Hari, because they're both of the same, of similar states. So through the Guru, you find your higher self. Once you find your higher self, you get into a state of Sahaj and Anand, as some of these paudis allude to. And that is a state of fulfillment. And that state of fulfillment is essentially the purpose of human life. So that's what I have here. With that, I'm going to open it up. So first to Dilpreet Singh.
Can you hear me now, Virji?
Hanji, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I think you said it very rightly that this is the fourth stage. I think Guruji is explaining that what is the aim of our life, or what are we trying to achieve. In other words, we can also call it as self-actualization, because you are realizing the Guru or the knowledge within you. And now there are some things which touched me is Gurmukh Milya Subhai Har Man Tan Meetha Laya. Now, so again, Har has been used as, okay, that you have achieved the stage and you have understood the thing, then you are in Sahaj. And then in the next line, he is saying, An din live, Har live lai, right? So again, you are always in that stage. It is not that it is not temporary, it is permanent, and you are always in that stage. And then the other thing which stuck to me was that what does it mean by man chindiya fal paya, right? Because all the other religions in the past, they will have, okay, some mantra or something that, okay, if you do this for this thing, and then whatever you want will get. But I think Gurbani is giving that satisfaction or understanding or fulfillment, as you said, by an understanding that your desires will be realistic desires. You will not have anything unrealistic, or you will not desire for something. And at every point you will know the limits, okay, that if you are working towards something and then that is the desire, but at the same time you know that everything is not in my control. So I think that type of knowledge or sahaj, or that is what Gurbani means by man chindiya fal paya, that your desires will be meaningful, and then even if they are not fulfilled, again you will have what we call the pana manana. And then Jan Nanak, again in the last line, is saying, Bole chauthe lame har paya prab abnasi. Again, I think this is again as part of poetry, paya prab abnasi, or wherever we say that you have met the creator, that means that you have come in the hukam. I think those are the synonyms to be used, that being you are in the hukam completely. or in Naam. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Dilpreet. Yes, indeed, I think these passages contain a lot of metaphors and synonyms that we have to be aware of. The use of the words like Abhinasi, Prabh, Har, Ram, they're all, to me at least, synonyms. But I do want to sort of dwell on what you just said about Manch India Falapaya, and let's see what the others have to say. You said that this means that your desires or reasonable desires will be fulfilled. I wonder if that is what is being implied here, because it seems to me that in Gurmat, there is only one real purpose and one real desire, and that is to achieve your union with the Hari. Because that is why perhaps it says here, Manch India Falapaya Swami, Har Naam Vajivadai. Through, I got my desire, if you will, that one overarching desire, through the agency or the medium of Hari Naam. And that is what caused the expansion within my mind, Vajivadai, that it brought me to that state of mind. So let's see what the others have to say. But I think the desire being, it's not talking about our desires, and no matter how reasonable they might be, it's talking about the one overarching spiritual purpose of the mind, the whole idea of this existence. But let's see what the others have to say. Hanji, Gurdeep Singh Virji, Montreal.
Yeah, I heard both of you. I think you are more correct on this explanation what you gave just now. Mantindia Bhalpaya Swami Harnaam Baji Badai. Actually, एक शब्द मेरे प्राण बसता है बहुत जन्म नाम और का तेरे कितने काम में साथ संग पर केवल नाम. But you gave the meaning here. I am more with that because that's the final desire. Actually, desire of every soul is to get merged with the Supreme Soul, which is Lord, which is our husband, whatever we can name it. And that's the Supreme Truth, which never takes birth and all that, those attributes we all know. So the soul is lodging here for meeting with that Supreme Soul. That's our husband, spiritual husband or Lord. I think you're more correct, and Dilpreet also explained other things are good. Everything seems to be fine. But I think this ceremony, when we do celebrate and read these things, this is a gift given to the couple. They should frame it and put it in their bedroom or in any place where they should know where we are reaching now. Each day, I think we have to go step by step, and follow ourselves, follow our mind where we are up to. So whole idea, which seems to me by the end of the life, we must achieve the fourth law. So this is, I think, the directions for us, and everything rest seems to be very fine. And then there's a whole support for Bani from all the other places, which will bring us on this path throughout our life. And life becomes beautiful. When husband and wife leads a life like this, what's mentioned here, that is like the kids. You know how many kids are being born these days? Mentally retarded all over the world, having AIDS, having other problems. Lot, abundance. And any couple, if we follow this suit, keeping in mind, it's not easy, but it will become easy. Then Har Gun Gave, then with the Shabad repetition of the Naam, everything, we become more close to it, become more happier life, and our next other generation, all the next generations, they're born healthy, happy, and all that. So I think this is the whole purpose. Maybe many other purposes, this is what I can think of to here. And it works very well. I can say so far in my life, what I have spent, this thing works. But we have to be in tune with the Lord, as everybody knows. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you very much. Hanji Kulwant Kaur Penji.
जी Khalsa,
Penji Fateh ji.
Hanji. Viji, what I take, I think the fourth lam is the final lam. Guru Sahib talk about in the first about Taram Drido or Pravritti Karam Aradho. He talk about that, and in the second one, once the stage is set, then Satgurda Milna in the second one. Sadhguru de naal milap hunda once you have milna with Sadhguru, and then there is nirpa man hoye hame mal gavaya, then you rise above the egocentric life. And in the third one, when we are experiencing all these stages, and then we have integri lam man chao pya, we are excitement hundi chao chao di gal kiti Guru Saban, and this is the chauthi lam de vich, when we experience all these stages, finally we reach the stage of Sahaj. And when we reach the stage of Sahaj, I think then we get the Manchandya Phal, which you were talking about, the desire to meet, the longing to meet Hari is fulfilled. So then, and when he says, Harprabh Thakur Kajar Chaya Tan Hirde Naam Vigasi, and Harprabh Thakur Kajar Chaya means when we reach this stage, I think we are destined to meet him, and we meet that. When we meet him, the Hirde de vich Sadhguru da jada haiga, matlab soul de andar Sadhguru da pragas hunda, and we attain the final stage. This is, I think, what I'm thinking about all through connecting, try to connect all these. And this is also a message to a couple who starts a new life. And together they have to not only attain the worldly happiness in the worldly life, and together they have to pursue the ultimate goal of, what is our end goal in life to achieve, which is to Hari Dinal Milna. So that's what I was thinking. That's my take.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you very much. I just want to, you talked about the four lamas as if they were a progression. And I wonder if indeed they are a progression, or whether they are, as Gurjeet Singh Virji, I believe, has very rightly pointed out, that they are quite complete in themselves, because you talk about Duji Lamich Satguru da Milna, but that is already happening even in the first. I know where it says Bani Brahma Vedataram. Bani. Bani is Guru, Guru is Bani. So that's already happening. And then even in the first Pauri, for instance, it's being said, Ki Arambha Kaj Rachaya. So, and then it's repeated again in the Chauthi. And then in it talks about the same sort of state. So I wonder, I mean, this is a good, I think, discussion to have, whether or not these are really progressive steps, or are they sort of speaking about the same thing in different ways?
I think it could be like when he in the first one says Aram Kajrachaya means, this is the beginning for the couple. What I feel is it's for the couple that, the beginning of the new life, Aram Kaj, and finally when we are together pursuing the end goal, finally Harprabh Thakur Kajrachaya Tan. I mean, we reach that stage, the stage of Sahaj together. So it's completed, it's fulfilled. The life, the goal, the aim is fulfilled. That's what I am thinking. Maybe I am wrong.
No, I think it's just a perspective. It's not about right or wrong.
That's what I was thinking. That's how I feel.
It's a perspective that you have, and I'm just, I just seem to have a somewhat different perspective. But in any case, it's not a matter of being right or wrong. I mean, it's just how we're looking at the same parties here. Just like Dilpreet is looking at Manchandya Phal in one way, and we just sort of looking at it a slightly different way. But thank you very much. Let me see now. Hanji, Gurjeet Singh Virji, I know that you sent us some slides, which I frankly could not even look at because I was having trouble opening the files. But anyhow, I know that you want to summarize the 4 parties. So take it over.
Yeah, the summary lies in those words which are constantly being repeated in all the lams. It means the theme is same, but as you said, it's 4 different stars or 4 different ways to reach the same destination. Whosoever have started seriously with either Ved or with Satguru's Gyan, or somehow he got this within his mind, they all have achieved the same status in the end. So I'm just briefly in the first slide. All lamas, they have 6 full stop. They come have 6 lines each. So because it's a chand and it has to be maintained, and luckily all of them carry the word Balaram in the first 2 lines, initial lines, and it is coming twice. Then they all have the word man in them. So here I have tried to put the pink color for the first lam, the yellow for the second, then the green for the third, and the purple for the fourth. So in the first one, we know Man Hari Hari Meetha Laya. But we have to keep the Sihari in mind, that the Har has now appealed to the mind. Before, Hari was not appealing to the mind, he was somewhere else. Now when someone tells him about Hari, one way or the other, or whatever information he gets, he's now in association with Hari. Then the second one, Nirpo Paiman Hui. So he has become Puran Brahm. The Pa has gone and he has attained the state of Puran Brahm. Then in the next one, they say Mani Chao Paya Beragia. This is also again with the Sihari, Man which Chao Paya. So they are all, only the first one, man hoye, because man is being followed by a verb in the second lam, that's why it's with an onkar. In the others, it's all being with the sihari. Man which, man is sahaj paya is the fourth one, which we'll do in detail a bit. Same way, when we look at the second one, can we go to the second slide? It's about the word Hari. Thank you. So the Hari is also appearing in all the lams, and it's appearing quite often. Hari Pehlari Laav, Hari Naam Tyavo, Man Hari Hari Meetha Laya. This Hari Hari Meetha Laya is again being repeated. Then in the Dujuri Laav, Hari Gun Gaya, Hari Vikhe Ram Hadure, Hari Atam Ram. So Hari is being described, Hari is the focus. And the other focus is the mind. That the mind has to put fixation on Hari. Antarbar Har Praveko. This is also the state of a jeev, that he has 2 ends to him. There's an Antar and there's a Bahar, but they are basically the same elements. And then if you go to the third one, it is again for the lam number 3 and then lam number 4 colorwise. So Hari Hari is just being repeated because the lam is to be one with Hari. And then if we go the next one, in which we can say that there is again a consistency in the all the lam about the Naam Padarat, Shabad Guru, Simrat Naam Dridaya. This Naam is also has come from the Shabad Guru. Jan Nanak Duji Laav Chalai Anhad Shabad Bajai. Vajjana is again sounding within me. It is Anhad Shabad. Then in the third one, he also says Hirday Hari Hari Haritun. Instead of Anhad Shabad, he has said Haritun, Shabad Guru Surtatun Chela Upji. That within my Hari, the Shabad Guru is now sounding. And the last one, which we'll do now, Hari Naam Vaji Vadai. It's again the same thing, Vajaye, Anhad Shabad Vajaye, or Hari Naam Vaji Vadai. The last one I've tried to put that within this context, Hari has been the synonym of Ram. Ram has been a synonym of Prabh. Prabh has been a synonym of Thakur, and Thakur is also Satguru. And Arambhada means is that not that this is the end of it, that in the first lam, Uddam Kiya Karaya Arambh Rachaya. That prompted by Guru Bani, I put an effort and made that beginning. So if it is written there, it doesn't mean that this is the first, but that's how it all began with. That's how it says in the first Naam, how he reached the ultimate stage. And then in the Dusri, it's the Chalai. Chand Suraj do saath chalai. It means that's what the aim is coming, that after listening to the advice from Satgur, I put my mind, the inner and the outer self, and put them together. And then there's a stage of Sukh Sahaj Anand. Kaho Nanak Sukh Sahaj Ananda. Sukh Sahaj Anand is only when you merge into your mood. Then Khol Peet Mile Paramananda. Then you have to enter into the door to enter the house. That is Paramananda there, which is also Naam Vaji Vadai. So if now I can just revisit the fourth Lama, Lam, Hari Chauthri Laav Man Sahaj Paya. So the ultimate thing is the man has gotten into the control. The man is in association with Hari. Hari Paya. And that Hari is also Ram. That same Hari has now got full strength. Baliram Ji, he has attained his strength. Gurmukh Milya Supai, but only happened with Gurmukhs. And who has the honest will? Supai. Hari Manatan Mitha Laya. But there is someone else who is helping this, is the Buddhi. There's a third person in there which is gone missing. Kine Laya. There is some element involved of the Brahm which helped this. Baliramjiyo, Hari Mitha Laya. That same Hari, Mere Prabh Paya, is also my Prabh. When the Buddhi helped me to understand about Hari, then the Hari appeared sweet to me. And then Harniv Lai. So he was so sweet that I almost become a bumblebee. I just stayed attracted to him through my wisdom. Man Chindaya Phal Paya Swami. This is what man has to obtain first thing. Man ne Hari naal milna, and then the Hari ne Shabd vich ralna. So this is the association of man with its mood. He obtained his Swami. And then what happened to the Swami? Hari Nami Vaji Vadai. That Swami now got the Nam Padarth from Sachkhand, and it's now resounding in him. He has obtained the ultimate stage. Hari Prabh Thakur, they all have Siharis on them. Hari hi Thakur hai, Hari hi Prabh hai, Kaj Rachaya. They have fulfilled their the purpose of their life. Tan Hirday Naam Vigasi. That's what they say, Nanak Bhagata Sada Vigas. Because in their Hirda is 24 hours, they're attracted to the Shabad Guru. Now, the Nanak Bolle, Chothi Laav hai, Hari Paya Parva Vinasi. So even if someone has used this methodology, he has also obtained the ultimately same. I will just point one more thing, that Bhagat Namdev ji has referred the Prabh as a Dula. Dula, which means bridegroom. चार मुक्ति चारे सिद्धि मिलके सारे सिद्धि मिलके दूल्हो प्रभु की शरण पर. So this is a universal phenomena in Gurbani, not only in Lama. Outside Lama, the Prabhu is known as Dula. He's known as your bridegroom. Mukti payo chaho jug janyo, jas kirat mathe chhatar taryo. Then he gives me the Shabad Guru. Raja Ram Japat ko na taryo. He says, I don't know how many have obtained Mukti. Guru Padesh. He says, I obtained of this from someone. Sadhki Sangha. Then I joined inside. Bhagat Tako Naam Paryo. All these people are ultimately called as Bhagats. So, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Thank you, Viji. Thank you for that summary and exposition. So, Harvinder, has anyone else joined?
Anil, I think we can start second round.
Okay, all right. So I think we've got a fairly good handle on this, on the Lama, hopefully for now. My question to all of you is, so these are recited traditionally during a marriage ceremony. And I've been wondering, what is the idea behind reading them during the marriage ceremony? I mean, we've already talked about the fact that the bride and the bridegroom are probably not even paying any attention. So what purpose is being achieved? And secondly, oftentimes I hear, that passage being quoted, Tan Pirsona kiye behan jo karte hoye. which I think is a bit of a misinterpretation of the real passage, the real Shabad. I think the emphasis that is made from Gurdwara podiums is that these two bodies must become one soul. And I'm wondering, how does that happen? Or does that even happen? Or is that even the aim here? So I'd like to throw this out here. I mean, how does this affect a married life in the ordinary course of things? So I'll start with you, Dilpreet.
Right. I was also thinking along the similar lines, okay, that what is the significance, and what was coming to my mind was anytime we go to Gurdwara and then at the end we take Hukamnama, the Hukam, it is a one Shabad. And then every Shabad, I think, is complete and in guiding us how to be a better person, or how to meet our Hari, or whatever we can call how to be in Naam. So every Shabad is complete. And then the way Gurbani Kirtan is done, or somebody is talking about Gurbani, and on the day of marriage also, I again see it the same way, that it is the teaching for the bride and groom, and it is the teaching for the people who are there so that they can also learn. It is not something that it is only targeted toward the people getting married and everybody else will not learn from it. I think every Shabad is complete in its teaching. That is why when we take the Hukamnama, we read only one Shabad. And that's what I was also thinking, that either it is a Gurpurab or a Shahidi Purab or anything, we go there and we celebrate. But the end goal of getting connected with Guru Granth Sahib is to get its message and implement it in day-to-day life, and then learn from it. And then at the end it will talk that, okay, what we will get if we practice it that way. And then some places it will say that that is the aim of the life, and we can connect to anything. But I think every Shabad is complete in it, and it is teaching for all of us. It doesn't matter if someone is getting married. So this is the message which will take us closer. And I don't want to use the word Hari and all, because then that means that someone is sitting somewhere else, or something is away from me where I want to meet, or because those words again will confuse the hell out of it, confuses the hell out of me at least. So again, it is just the getting the knowledge and implementing it in our day-to-day action and reflecting on it, and then it tells us that, okay, what benefits I will get. It is first person to me, and that's how I take it.
TK, thank you. So I'm also thinking that in a married life, you essentially have two, if it is an arranged marriage, or even if it isn't, I mean, you essentially have two individuals who are not alike. And so if they both receive this instruction, there is no guarantee that either one of them is going to follow it. And then there may be instances where one of them follows the instructions and is engaged and committed to Gurbani. The other one may or may not care about it. So how does this work in that kind of a situation? And the other thing I also want to throw out there for all of you to consider is that in some very real ways, at least this is my thought, that we are at the end of the day, even strangers to our spouses, no matter how long we've been married. And we're strangers to each other, no matter how well we know each other, because I sense that there is a virtual wall that separates us. And the only thing we have in common is words. And words are distorting. Words can never capture what we are saying. So how does this fit in? I'm just trying to get a feel from all of you. So Gulwant Kaur Panji, do you want to?
Can I say something, Virji?
Hanji, Hanji.
See, this is interesting thing you were saying, right? So now this lam is read, right? If I am not used to understanding Gurbani, if I have not done any homework, or I don't know how to interpret things, or if I am not connected, or if I am not part of this process, nothing is going to make sense to me once it is read, right? Because again, that is how I take it. Okay, it is part of that whole holistic process. The person who is involved, or he is interested in it, who has done some homework, or and then they will get the message out of it. Again, it is to implement into their day-to-day actions, because otherwise it is of no use. If for a person like me who doesn't understand anything, and if I go there and Laav is read, it is just a ritual, okay, that I am making a commitment, and we are making a big thing out of that ritual, scaring the hell out of them, okay, that if you break it, then God will be mad at you, so don't do it. So we are just putting that pressure, and we have made this as a big ritual. But if you are not on the learning path, you will not get a single word or single meaning out of it.
Anji Gulwankorpe, your take on how this relates to real life, I mean, where we all live.
Anji, Rishi, I think I am also, thinking along the same line. Even I was wondering this evening, I wish I could. I'm married for 32 years. When I got married, like you said, I paid attention to the words, what were said. I wish I knew at that time. But as I have grown older, I'm able to understand that, like you said, we are two different peoples. Even though we're two different people, but we start one common project, one common family life together. We start, so our goal should be the same. Even though we have differences of opinions, we cannot be the same. We both think in a different way. But when we know that we have one common goal together, we at some point we just came into harmony. So the message is from Guru Sahib. What I feel is the same. We have to start a life, but it's not. The message is not only for the worldly life, for both. It's not, the end goal is not to live together, go to work, raise family. We have to help each other to attain the ultimate goal, which is to merge into our mool, which should be, we should help each other to attain that goal.
But are both people committed to the same goal? Meaning merging with the mool? I mean, does that happen? That's what I'm questioning.
No, it does not. But I think it is like the same way, we go to, like Viji said, every Shabbat has the same message, that we are not here forever. We have to leave this world. This life is very, rare. So what are we supposed to do in this life? It's not only, getting every morning, go to work, and there is something more higher purpose, more higher goal. We all have to achieve that eventually whenever we are meant to have it. But as we are together, we can help each other. We both help each other to realize that this is our goal. We are not forever. If my husband, he is like, too much worldly, too much running after money or wealth or this, I can hold him. Okay, just stop and think about that. It's not the end goal. So we can help each other to attain that goal. That's how I think. Yes.
So here's another thought that I will put out. Yeah. So rather than, and this is for everybody to comment on, I think that if you look at the second pauri, it says Nirbho pe man hoye how mein mail gavaya Balaram Jiyo. Now, another way to look at a marriage would be not that we necessarily share a common goal, But
Mm-hmm.
a marriage becomes an arena where you learn how to subdue and kill your haume. Here's your
You're
practical
right.
training for you.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
this is your practical training, because after all, you need an arena. This is Taramkhand, right? This is where you are learning how to get to that Haume Mail Gavaya. How are you going to do that? You're going to start off with relationships that you have.
Right.
And so I'm just throwing this out there. Hanji Gurdeep Singh Virji, your thoughts?
Wonderful. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ questions are very wonderful, interesting. The first thing, the way I think, our kids from the
कुछ ਤੇ question
I,
करने ने ना, time ਤੇ ਕੱਢਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ?
Hanji,
Time ਤੇ ਕੱਢਣਾ ਨਾ, time ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ.
okay.
ਹਾਂ.
So my point is, first of all, we have to give that training to our kids, or give them that kind of environment, which should be based on little bit religious grounds, not fanatic. I don't mean fundamentalist. I don't mean fanatic. Because eventually we are in the international country, our kids gonna get international marriages, interculture, interstates, everything possible. The second attraction, first thing is religious. Second thing is your profession. When you go to a school, you read, you studying with all the kids from other nationalities and all that. Third thing is attraction. Rupe kame dosti, physical attraction. That's a very big thing. Then you put away your religious thing, then you put your profession. Third thing, because you are attracted, physical attraction. But that's very momentary. It's not going to last long till the end of their life. Profession, no, it's good. People, doctor gets married to a doctor. It doesn't matter where she's from, where he's from. It does work to some extent when the jealousy and ego comes in. As you said earlier, the second law, it makes you submissive. Once you become submissive to each other, then the things getting started in the nice way. The third thing is a tie between the two is the kids. Girbani says, Putti gand pave sansar, gori seti chute patar, putti gand pave sansar. When you are ready to take a divorce, you see, we have to go to the statics, you know how it works. And many couples stay because their kids are there now. They have kids out of the wedlock. So now they will not take a divorce. They're waiting till their kids become 18 years of age or above. Not even that. I've seen people taking divorce after 60 years of age, 65 years age. They kept on lingering with certain responsibilities, which abruptly they took blindly. So this is all education here in the Girbani. That's why every Shahud guide us towards that. Even psychologists have proved, or even otherwise, you will see, especially in the Caucasian race, as a couple at the old age, they start looking alike. Even in our Southeast Asian too, but you can very easily identify 65, 70, 75, 80 years old, husband and wife, they look alike. That's so if you are more in love with each other, you start not only taking the habits of each other, even you are resembling started each other. This has been proved actually. I read somewhere. Anyway, it's very important to give our touch religious Girbani, and they're not fanatic. Just don't make them that the Chinese or Hindus are bad or Muslims are bad. No, our kids not going to take it. They will like everybody. But I think Girbani help us on every walk of the life. When we read Dadde Dosna Dev Kise, Dos Karma Apne Jo Main Kiya, So Main Paya, Dosna Dije, Avarjana. Wonderful thing. If you think, then we don't find the faults in the wife, or wife won't find the fault in the husband. Otherwise, when she hated inside, we wait for the wife to commit something wrong, and so that you can scold her back. But when you are, which is true, it's psychologically fact, then she will wait for you. Why have you come late? To whom you were talking? More and more, it was an Indian culture. That's the worst thing, you know, doubtful, no trust. But once we build a trust between husband and wife, doesn't matter why she's coming late, she's at the work, she has their own friends, she has their own colleagues. So it's a culture fact also. but Gavan is very modern.
Hanji, thank you, Ji.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
and I
your
hope I
thoughts.
could explain
Yeah,
myself, and we
yeah.
got some message.
Hanji, thank
It
you.
can tell. Everybody has to have their own experience.
Hanji. Thank you very much. I would just add that old couples start to look alike because they're both wrinkled by that time. So, Gurjeet Singh Virji, your thoughts on real life situations and how this works?
Hanji Veer ji, I think you started with this pankti, "Tan pir en aakhiyan behan ikatthe hoye, ek jo doi murti, tan pir kaiye soye." This is all about the internal thing.
Yes,
It's nothing to do with two individual bodies.
that was my point.
Point. And because it is clearly mentioned at other places, "Eka sej vishi tan kanta, tan suti pir sarjaganta." The pir is always in the enlightened stage. It's the tan who has to go and merge with him. But until, jagate ko jagata mile, they can't intermingle with each other. The whole purpose of the Gurbani or the wedding, which is being emphasized here, the spiritual wedding, is all about getting to the same stage as your moon. And there's also one more.
We are trying to translate it into everyday life.
Yeah, there's one more. It says, "Tan pirka ke sang hi vasta."
Yeah.
They are together at one spot in your hirda, which home mein peet karari. This is where the problem is. It is within the internal. That's why they say, "Kar sukh vasya, bahar sukh paya." Until you are one within, how can you can tell people to be in oneness? The Bhagats have done this because they were in oneness. We there is hardly any mention that how they organize their worldly wedding. It is still a guess for us how Guru Nanak would have got married. But when it comes to spiritual wedding, it's more emphasis. It's because it's just Brahmagyan. But if you want to live in anyone in a worldly situation, whatever I've learned, that if you can tame someone's ego, you're a friend with someone. The day you hit someone's ego, same person becomes, it happens all around us. So there's a different way of living in the world than living in the Sachkhand, because for that, if someone is truthful, then it becomes quite a hassleful life that you are helping and all those hands. It's a promise we make to live with each other. And if you are not capable, don't make it. Once we have made it, then I think there should be no step backwards. You have to go with it. But the ultimate aim is that within this wedding, if you both of individually can reach that stage which is being asked for.
Yes.
So,
Thank you, Ji. So ultimately, it is really an individual. It is an individual road for both the husband and the wife. And as Gurjeet Singh Viji is saying, I mean, Gurbani is talking about Tanpir as internal. It is all about a spiritual wedding, but it has lessons for weddings outside of the spirit as well. And I think it boils down to taming your ego, even when it comes to your wife. That is the only way to turn a wedding, a marriage into a happy situation. So I just want to add that I think instead of trying to emphasize some sort of unity between two people in a marriage, we should recognize, as you said, Harvinder, differences that will persist through a lifetime. And I think we should understand that there will be differences, different people at play here. But what is important about a marriage, I think, is the fact that both of us need to, the people in the marriage, have to understand that it is an opportunity for each one of the two people to broaden their own boundaries, to actually expand a little by breaking their own ego. That's one thing. And the other thing that I feel is important is for both of them to recognize that different as we may be, and our thought processes may be different, we'll look at the world differently. However, we've made a commitment to an institution where we are saying this is our home and this is our hearth. This is our haven from the heartless world. I think if we take that view, a marriage might become a lot more agreeable for a lot of people. But we have all of 4 or 5 minutes. Does anybody want to add any final comment? Quite welcome. ठीक है जी. Thank
And
you very
what-
much for the conversation. And we will reconnect next week. And Harvinder will put out the subject of our discussion. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa ji. Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Guruji ki Fateh.